Hello, everybody. Welcome to Deja Vu Creations. I am Nevaeh, and today we are going to be doing something just a little different. Besides just making clothes, besides making makeup, I figured we could try something a little different. So I wanted to do a object, which is this display case that we will be making. I'm going to try to make it as simple and easy as possible for you. Um, there are some things that you may get a little lost with, but that's okay. That's why we have a comment section down below where you can ask those questions and I can try to help you out, as much as I can. Like I said, I do learn as I go as well. But I wanted to show you guys something because I had made a display case before and it took a huge, big impact on my land. And I was like, this is just too much. I've got to come up with something different. So, and because of that land impact it has caused, I don't have that much stuff on my land, and I've got like 900 some, you know, prims or yeah, linens. What I don't know what they're called. So sorry, I went blank. But as you can tell, this display case here, it has got 29 land impact. That's a huge, big amount compared to the one I just made. And as you will see here in just a second, as soon as I adjust this, give me 1 second. Let me just put it over here real quick. And I love this display case. And the reason why I like this display case is because this one was made inside of Second Life, where my other one was made in Blender. Um, But as you zoom in and zoom out, you can tell which one is the one in Second Life, which is on my right. And then the one on my left is from Blender. And it's because it's the mesh. The mesh, will kind of fade out as you zoom out. And that's what happens here. And as with Second Life, it doesn't do that. It stays the same texture. That's the only difference that bothers me, other than the fact that the mesh doesn't stay or the texture doesn't stay there, which is okay. I can live with that because it's going to reduce that land impact. See, as to where I did this in Blender, that one was only 9. The other one is 29. That's a huge difference. 20 difference. So that's what I wanted to go over with you guys today and kind of show you the difference. I have made other stuff, and as you can tell, my land impact, that's a lot. I don't even have that much really on my land. So it's these items here that I've made in Second Life that have taken a huge hit on my land. As for instance, this vanity that I made here in Second Life is also a lot. This is 69. That's a lot. So I've actually got to go into Blender and redo this vanity over there instead. So I'm going to do that sometime, probably next week, and I just can't do it this following week because I've got to work, but that's okay. And these other little items I have just made, um, from Photoshop and, you know, in Marvelous Design even, and some some actually here in Second Life as well. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and we'll get started. We'll do this vanity later at a different time. But we're going to go ahead and get started in Blender. So we'll be heading over there. We'll be making that little end table too. But like I said, we're just going to do one item at a time, not all of it. So let's go ahead and get this display case made, and you guys can add your own textures to this and decorate the way you want. All right, so I'll see you guys over in Blender. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and do the cubicle. Start with the mesh cube. Okay, and then you're just going to take it. We're actually going to do the bottom part. Just go ahead and get that started first. And if it's big and by the way, you need to do Control C, Control V. That says it copied it, so we'll bring that up to about right there. Control C, Control V. Sorry guys, I thought I was recording. I'm gonna redo this again. So after you get all these pieces joined together, and you're just gonna do it by holding one of them down, holding shift down, and clicking on all of your pieces. And the way that you can tell that they're done, that they're all connected, is you can go up and down with this and it should be fine. So let's do this again. Click on one of the objects. Let's just, whoops, hold down shift and just make sure that they're all selected. Make sure to get that back part and then just click join. Okay, now they all should be selected. This way you can kind of take a look at and make sure all of it is linked and connected pretty good, which mine is, and Control Z to bring it back down. And then now I'm just going to go over here, pull that over. All you do is just click on your mouse and pull it. Go down here to the little box thing down here to your left hand corner, and then let's just go to UV image editor. I'm zooming this in with my mouse wheel. Okay, so now what I want to do is click A, make sure everything is selected, go to edit mode, and I can tell everything is selected because it's all yellow or gold color, so, or an orange. So now what I want to do is I want to unwrap this, and the way that I'm going to do that is I'm going to go ahead and click on this cubicle, whatever you want to name it. Okay, and then there you go. And now I want to make sure I select this, and I'm going to zoom it down. And by the way, I'm going to make an X now that I've got it in here. So I'm going to take my S, select S, and just zoom it down. Don't hold anything else, just hold it down with your mouse. And I'm going to drag actually this up, and you can't just take it and move it. Okay, you have to click on it and select G, and then you can move it. Okay, so we're going to just take each of these pieces here and put them in this box. How do you do that? So unselect, select A on the box, select L, and then select G, and then move them. Okay, so just keep doing this until they're all unpackaged, unwrapped. I like to do this way because I can texture it better. Okay. So I want to select all these again, and I'm going to kind of shrink it down just a bit so that they can all fit in this. And G. Okay, and select A. Okay, L, and I'm going to just kind of move it in just so that it fits in this box. L and G, and there we go. So now that they're all in the box, I'm going to go ahead and select A. Now, I can't bake this until I make a name here, but I need to show you how to do these to make this so that we can bake it. So select on your world. Mine's already done, so make sure that this is selected, ambient occlusion. You're going to, usually it's on add, but go ahead and put multiply. Then you're going to go down here where it says samples, and that's under gather. You're going to go all the way up to 20. Sometimes you can do 18. It just all depends on your computer if it can handle it. Then that's all that you're going to do on those things, okay? Now we're going to go to camera, and we're going to go down here where it says 8 and 16. This is under output. You want to select 16, okay? Then under the bake area, you're going to go ahead and usually it's on full render. I always put it on ambient occlusion. Then I go to normalized, okay? And then the margin, I take all the way down to 5, okay? Some you can do 6, 7, but I do it down to 5, sometimes 4. Like I said, it just all depends on your computer. Now, before we can bake this, see, we can't bake this, and it'll give you an error. No objects or images found to bake. So, in order to bake this, you've got to name it. So we're going to just name it the cubicle, even though, yes, I did do that. And the reason why I do it at the very beginning and I press the X is so that I can see the out grid line whenever I'm putting these boxes in here. So now that we've got this all done, just make sure everything is selected. So that's A. Go over here to bake, and then it's going to start baking for you right up here. And it's done. It goes pretty quickly. Sometimes if your computer is slower, it will take a little longer to bake. So now that you got that baked, and I've already done this before, so you're just going to go ahead and go up here to you'll go to UVs, go up here to export UV layout, and go ahead and export it out into a folder that you want it to go into. Mine's already been done, so I'm not going to do it again. Then go to image. We're not done yet, so go to image, go to save as image, and then you'll do that same thing. You'll do it, and by the way, you'll want to do for the UV, you'll do UV layout and put cubicle, and then for the image, you'll do AO map cubicle. So it would be the AO map cubicle, and then go ahead and save as image. But I've already done it. Okay, so now that that's done, now what I want to do is go ahead and put this back into object mode. I'm going to go ahead and click on this, so right click it on the little edge here. So just make sure those little arrows are showing. Right click, join, and then swipe it to the left. Okay, so now we're back into the regular area. Now, before I export this, I do like to export it, but I do like to do a solidify before exporting. Pretty much on everything that I make, I do solidify. So I'm going to bring it down to a -10 and just press apply. And then I'm going to go over here to the file and export it. Okay, so I can have a date file. So you'll go to your folder where you want to save it, and then just name it, and then Collada Avastar, which I've already done mine. I don't need to do it again. Actually, I'll just do a backup, whatever. Export Collada. Let me put this in here real quick. Cubics. cubicle 3. Let me go back. There it is, cubicle. Because like I said, I've already done it. I'm just going to do another one with you guys. All right, and then export it. All right, so now all you have to do is just go back into Second Life. Discard that. I don't want to see these right now. Thought I had that on mute, but I guess not. Okay, mesh model. So, whoops. And here it is. That looks pretty good. All right. Okay. Should be like 11. So that's done. And when you bring it in, yes, it is going to be huge. So what you can do, and by the way, you can make a what do you call it? I forgot what they're called. Oh my gosh, I went blank. A wardrobe. You can even make a wardrobe so you can take these out and do little shelves and stuff. So that would be really cool. Okay, so there is that one, which I think I had mine. So you can do it like that. And then also, you just put your little boxes in here. Okay. You could actually, add your boxes with it. But the reason why I like to do mine separately is because whenever I want to maybe put a script in one of these, I can definitely go in and do that and put a script in here. So I can put a script in here to make it to where it'll come out, in and out. So that's what's cool about that. All right. And that is how you do it, and just add your own textures to it. You can add your texture on this. All you have to do is just go in here, if you have a texture saved that you would like to use, instead of doing it through Photoshop, because I always do my stuff in Photoshop, but you don't have to. You can just go in here and do a regular texture from your whatever you like. The only thing is you will have to really adjust these so that you can see it really good. So let's see how this looks real quick. That actually looks pretty good. And then you can just add your little boxes in there. That looks good. So that is how you do it. That is it. So anyway, we are going to go and do the boxes now. I'm going to just do one box, because if I do a whole bunch of these boxes, it's just a lot. Excuse me, it's just a lot to do to unwrap those, and it just becomes a mess. So I don't really like to do it that way. Some people may, I don't. I like to do them separately, one at a time, and that's how I do it. Okay, let's get started with that. All right, guys, we're going to go into Photoshop and we're going to bring in that UV layout of the boxes, so that I can kind of show you guys how to texture in Photoshop. So we'll get that started. First off, I'm going to recolor these because I want them a little bit brighter instead of this gray. So I just do my pixel 1 here. Then I'm going to go to the paint here, and I'm going to change this color. I'm going to just do an actual pink, probably. I love pink. Pink is my favorite. That's okay. And I'm going to just go in here, color these. This is not going to be my texture for my box. I'm just doing this for right now, so that I can see the boxes. You can color them white, you can do them brown, green, whatever you want. I don't care. It just make sure to color them because it makes them brighter. So now I'm going to just number these real quick. I need to change the color. I'm going to do it as a black. So 1. Okay, and then once that's done, press OK. And then we're going to do 2. Whoops. Oh, come on. 3. 4. All right, guys, so now we can go and bring in our boxes, our box. We're just going to copy the box and place it into this cubicle. And you see how the boxes are numbered. So now just remember that these are all going to be the same 9, well, the number of the face here, but you can turn these around and add textures to these. The only thing is that I've realized that the numbers on there, they're going to show inside the box as well. So what I decided to do, and I'll show you here in a little bit what I decided to do, you can go in there and texture your box, but I wouldn't put faces like stickers on them until you add a cube from inside Second Life on the front of them. Okay, so I'll show you how to do all that. So give me just a second, okay? So what I went ahead and done is just put some stickers on some of these, but I am going to go ahead and cover the others with the cube inside Second Life. So this is how it looks right now. As you can see inside, there's going to be some that are going to be all, the same because the way that they're numbered. So if that makes sense, I'm trying to explain it. But anyway, you just have to work with this cubicle. It'll come out really cute once you're all done. And it's less primes than the one inside of Second Life. So you won't be using 29, you'll be using only 9. So we'll go ahead and finish up this up and just keep following along. And like I said, if you have any questions, just let me know. All right, guys. So that was a lot of texturing. I'm not gonna lie, and a lot of things just adding to this, but it came out really cute. I'm super satisfied. There are, I'll probably go and tweak it here and there, change it up a little bit. But the cool thing about it is that you can add whatever design or texture you want to it. So that's the awesome part about this. You don't have to keep your boxes that same color, or if you wanted add a different texture to it, go for it. But yeah, you're all set. And I actually like it. It's better than this 29. At least I brought it down to a 9. I am super, super happy. And I'll probably later maybe go back and put some handles on my boxes like I have here and make it a little bit better. But yeah, I'm happy. So I got it down to 9, and at least it's a little bit better than that 29. So anyways, guys, don't forget to like and subscribe to my videos. And thanks also again for watching. And if you have any questions or, want to go over something that maybe you're wanting to make and not sure how to, reach out to me and we can try to figure it out together, okay? All right. Thanks again for watching. Have a great night. See ya.
작전은